Hey, SVGers, welcome back for another edition of the SVG New Sponsor Spotlight. I'm Brandon Costa, Director of Digital for us here at the Sports Video Group. Very excited to speak with one of the newest members of the Sports Video Group family. That is Spiideo. We are joined by Fredrik Ademar. He is the VP of Product for Spiideo. Fredrik, wonderful to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks a lot for having me. It's great to be here.
Really excited to have you guys aboard. The automated live production is a fascinating trend that's been infiltrating live sports production over the past handful of years, and it's only getting better by the day. You guys are one of the emerging leaders now in the automation of live sports production, among many other things. But for our audience, let's get down into the specifics. What does Spiideo do for live sports?
Yeah, I mean, so we. Spiideo, as a company, we cover quite a lot, obviously, when it comes to automated sports recording, analysis, and streaming, as you mentioned. We do this on a global scale on all levels of sports, from elite to amateur, from senior to youth. And we do this primarily for team and field sports. So soccer, obviously, and being a big one, ice hockey, handball, basketball, rugby, lacrosse, field hockey, etc., etc. So wide range of sports, and primarily I would say North America and Europe, but we also have presence in Asia.
Okay. Well, as the VP of product, let's hone in on your specialty. What are the stars of the product line, the pieces of the puzzle that make Spiideo work for your clients? How are they addressing the unique needs of the industry? And when someone wants to dive in on this, what are the solutions that you guys are providing?
So we essentially address two segments of the sports video industry. So we actually started out in the performance side, building products for teams and clubs and leagues, federations, when it comes to solutions for sports video analysis and the whole process around performance development for teams and for individuals. So it's a full solution where you capture video, you work with it in terms of tagging and breaking down the video, you analyze the video, and then you share it and collaborate around it together with your players or your colleagues within the coaching staff and so on. But then we also added the component of streaming and automated production to this. So essentially, that's a fully automated system where you can stream, you can distribute either via our own OTT platform if you wish to use that. But we also provide various types of outputs like, well, to be technical then a little bit, RTMP or SRT, and those types of formats for media companies and so on that have their own OTT platforms. And then we provide also ways to monetize and engage fans around this. So it's both those two things that we address. And powering all this, we have a very comprehensive set of camera solutions. I would claim it's maybe the most comprehensive set in the industry in terms of what we can do with it, and it's really covers first and foremost fixed installations, so fixed cameras that you put up on the arena that allows you to automatically produce, and you can produce it remotely. Also adding commentary and all kinds of graphics on top of your production. Using these fixed cameras that can record thousands of hours automatically and produce with following an automatic cameraman, essentially, a camera operator following the game as it progresses on the pitch. But also we've done this in such a way that these systems are very, very scalable. So you can add one camera, two camera angles, 3, 4. I think in the most like, for instance, in the Danish first division hockey league, or the first league in hockey in Denmark, I think we have up to 8 cameras or 8 camera angles in some cases for those productions or for those installations. And then it's a very wide range of applications. You have indoor and outdoor, very rugged and weather proven solutions. So obviously it is sometimes, in particular, then outdoor solutions can be very exposed to tough weather. So it needs to be very robust. You have low light conditions, situations where it's very constrained, so you can't really put the cameras in a good place. It's maybe just a meter from the line where you need to put the camera. So that's a tough one. But we have solutions for all that. And then in addition, we have portable solutions and mobile solutions. But the fixed cameras are our main line. And I think also worth mentioning here is that our system is entirely, apart from the cameras, it's entirely cloud-based. So all the processing of the video, all the AI that we apply on the video, etc., is done in the cloud. So the only equipment you need on the arena is the camera, which makes it really easy to maintain for the arena owners, the clubs and federations and so on. You can really scale it to a large extent. So I would say those three components: the camera system powering these two verticals, the Spiideo Perform, which is for performance analysis, sports video analysis, and then the Spiideo Play, which is for automated live streaming and remote production.
Nice. And you mentioned earlier how this can service sports content creators and live production professionals of all different shapes and sizes. I mean, whether you're a big time professional sports team or a youth or amateur organization, we're all trying to fight the same challenges of meeting the demands of the long tail of just an exceptional amount of content. You mentioned the Danish hockey league. What other broadcasters have you worked with that you have seen that have found success? And like I say, I think it's fascinating that can be from the top to the bottom, respectively, in terms of the size of the organizations we're talking about here.
Yeah, so I mean, we have, if you look at it, the size of the thing, and you mentioned the long tail, obviously that's of real importance, but we do also work all the way to with teams in the top major leagues around the world, in MLS, Serie A, Premier League, Bundesliga, Scottish Premier League, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. But it also goes down to then more youth clubs, universities, schools, and so on, that would sort of represent the more long tail type of users. And I think there are a lot of similarities, of course, in terms of how you want to automate production to be able to be more cost efficient when you produce. And everyone is kind of also striving for better productions. And obviously, if you're Premier League or whatever, you have unlimited, maybe not, but you have a lot of money to put into the production. But on lower levels, obviously, you don't have those money. So everything needs to be very, very automated in all aspects, and that's the thing we work a lot with. Obviously, the actual sort of AI camera operator is one, but also how graphics are displayed or replays are created or highlights are created. All those things need to be automatic as well in order to do this at scale. And I think that's the really challenging, but really also very interesting thing about providing this to the long tail of leagues and clubs out there. So we have a lot of presence also in lower leagues and in both a lot in soccer, but also in hockey and other sports.
Sure. Well, live automated production and really automation of the entire end-to-end process, like you said, Fredrik, is really, really fascinating thing to see happening in the industry right now. And we're really happy to have Spiideo on board as an SVG sponsor now, because you guys are doing some really cool, exciting stuff. We appreciate you stopping by to share kind of the details of it. And we're looking forward to working with you guys more, seeing more of you around. Certainly hope to see you guys at NAB. But otherwise, Fredrik, it's been wonderful to talk to you today. Thanks a lot for taking the time.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. So looking forward to the collaboration as well.
Yeah, all right. He is Fredrik. Ademar is VP of Product for Spiideo. If you have any interest in automated production, certainly check them out. You can visit more from them. We are linking to them on our website and certainly here in the video. And for more of these SVG new sponsor spotlight interviews, you can head on over to our site at sportsvideo.org.